journey, Isaac. 6 years at Boston Latin and 4 more in college. It wasn't always easy. Boston Latin was a big change from the happy-go-lucky days of the Patrick Linden School and college. But even though it was rough, you persevered. Even though some of your teachers couldn't appreciate your creativity and talents, you persevered.
Shout out to Miss Miller.
You could have dropped out of BLS and gone to an easier school. We were willing to support you in that, but you were determined to show everyone, but especially yourself, that you could do it, and you did. You went on to UMass. First Dartmouth, where you won the Freshman Essay Award.
Shout out Benny right here.
Shout out for Benny. You got straight A's or something pretty close, but decided you need more challenge. You wanted to go to the college of your dreams, and so junior year, you ended up at Boston College, finishing this past semester and previous semester with some great grades. So Isaac, Dad and I, we are so proud of your academic achievement. But Isaac, I want to say something as your mother. Proud as I am of your academic achievement, I am even more proud of the man that you have become. Okay? You are an incredibly kind, loving person, and call me old-fashioned, but from where I come from, that is the most important thing in the world.
Here.
You always find time to tell us how much you love us and to show your appreciation. May you always stay true to yourself. I know that your strength, resilience, and creativity will serve you well. And as I look around, I see many of Isaac's friends and family. And I know that you have not only helped Isaac become the person he's become over the years, but you've contributed to his happiness. And so I want to thank you, Eddie and Ann, for all that you have done. Milton, of course, his grandpa, for all you've done. All those times you picked him up from the Patrick Linden School and took him home and stayed with him.
You got ice cream beforehand.
Jonathan, and where is Sabi? Sabi, his lifelong friends almost, since they were little boys. They've been best buddies. And to the Manet, is it pronounced Manet Street, where you guys
You say Manet.
Manet, okay.
We say Manet, but...
Jason, Nick, and Brian, I know are here, and thank you to all of you. And Glorabelle, thank you for the happiness that you have brought Isaac. I want to say thank you to all of you for being here. Isaac, I wish you only great and wonderful things as you move on to your next chapter. But since we know life will inevitably have some bumps, I want you to know that Dad and I will always be here for you. Lots of love.
Very nice words.
No, don't walk away. I think you're not up there, my friend.
So, like, I really didn't think I was going to do a speech today. Oh, you're going to do a speech first?
Finally brief.
Still have to stay there, though.
Yeah, stay there. So, Isaac was born 22 years ago, and when the weeks after when we first met him, several people said to us there was something outstanding about him. That's actually true. I'm not. Well, somewhat hyperbolic sometimes. And we when his preschool, is not preschool, his daycare person used to say he's going to become a neurosurgeon, which hasn't happened.
Sometime.
It's not yet.
Not yet. There's still time.
Still time. But Isaac has been an amazing person. He has become, as he's grown up and become an adult, amazingly an intelligent, creative person, a loving person, and a very kind person. And I am so proud of you.
Isaac, I think one more person is going to speak.
So I met Isaac at Boston Latin School, and we definitely had a challenge. We had lots of fun in after-school detention. And to the point where we were separated for talking. So I've definitely seen Isaac's progress. He perseveres, and when he sets a goal, he definitely gets it done, and that's very admirable. And he's very loving towards my family and accepting of me, and so he is just an amazing human being. So, and I'm really proud of him.
Can I say one thing real fast?
Come here, buddy. Anyone else who would like to?
Many of you may not know me too well, but I met Isaac about 4 years ago, and going into college, it was difficult, and I went on a mentality of party mode, have fun and all that stuff. But as the last semester drew near, and I was trying to hone in on my ability and really learn how to get good grades pretty much, I really have to give it up to Isaac, because he's really taught me my studying technique and learning technique. That's how I was been able to go back to school. I dropped out after I left Dartmouth, and then I came back, and the techniques he taught me how to study and how to really apply myself, it was just perfect pretty much. And I can't thank him enough for him really teaching me how to stay on top of my game and help me maintain my high GPA today. So I really love him a lot.
Anyone else want to say anything?
No pressure, guys. No pressure. Yes, sorry, you gotta come on, bro. Come on.
To
It's all you, Isaac.
Isaac Rivas-Soldz. Congratulations.
I think I'm supposed to say a speech first.
Oh, you
Sorry.
Jason, don't make this up. Alright, I just want to say that I've been lucky and blessed enough to have met all these kids when we first transferred in. Honestly, it's been such an amazing 2 years of my life that I'm so blessed to have. And honestly, I'm so glad that I got to meet someone like Isaac. He has been nothing but a good person to me in my life. Honestly, all the things that I was able to accomplish, all the things that I've been able to done, he's been a part of it. He has lots of things to get me where I am today. Comes with schoolwork, girls, fashion, commenced ball. I was looking really fly. Got a lot of tips from this kid right here. I was able to do all that, accomplish all these things because I've had this kid by my side, through the good and the bad, always there. If I'm sad or if I have something on my chest, this dude has always got me. And I know that he's one of those kids that will always be there and will be my friend, my brother, until the day I die. I'm thankful for having him in my life.
Actually, before I even came to the party today, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should write something down to kind of say thank you to everyone that came and stuff. But I was nah, everyone's gonna be too busy eating food and drinking beer. No one's gonna want to listen to a speech or anything like that. But alas, I'm here. Everyone wants me to say a speech, so everyone here in some capacity has contributed to where I am right now. I'm about to graduate in 2 days, which is pretty remarkable. Flashback a little bit to my time in Boston Latin. I really didn't know if I was gonna stay at Boston Latin. I didn't know I was going to go to college. I assumed I was, but I mean, my grades at the time were really, really bad, and I just really didn't know. At that time in my life, we have Jonathan right here, Sabi in the back. Thank for that, keeping my head straight, making sure that I just persevered, got things done. The next chapter of my life really turned to UMass Dartmouth, and at that point, like, it was just a grind mentality. I really just wanted to. I knew UMass Dartmouth wasn't where I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to kind of strive for something better. And so at UMass Dartmouth, I really just put my head down and grinded. In that first semester, like, I didn't really talk to anybody. Like, I was just in my room doing work the whole time. But second semester, I was thankful enough to meet this kid right here, Benny, who really just like made that second semester so much more enjoyable. Still kept my head down, still got good grades, but definitely more enjoyable because of this kid right here.
Partied hard, right?
Party hard. My next semester after that, I was at UMass Boston, and no one here was part of that UMass Boston thing. We can just kind of bury that under the ground. But my experience there definitely was great. I was able to kind of move on to UMass. I saw that. Move on to Boston College. And at Boston College, like, everyone here is a part of that. Like, my uncle and aunt contributed so much. Eddie and Ann contributed so much in terms of like financial support, but even more so just being like encouraging and understanding that you don't kind of get to point A to point B right away. It takes kind of some extra steps, which was really nice, and I was so glad to have you guys both. I'm gonna shout you guys afterwards, but you're obviously my girlfriend Glorabelle obviously has been the biggest support. I mean, like, knowing that I have someone like that to fall back on is obviously great. Like, this past semester, I wasn't doing that well in one of my classes, but it didn't really matter knowing that I had someone as strong as her to kind of back me up. So I'm really thankful for you, obviously. But I can't shout out BC without talking about my roommates. Nick, Jason, Brian over there. Juan isn't here, sadly. Also James, but these guys have been the best. I mean, like, just having great friends is like one thing, but like being able to live with them is just so cool. Thinking back on it, how I became like roommates with them is just absolutely ridiculous. And I was able to be great friends with all of them. Nick, just like, being able to talk about just like random things. Like, we talk about fast food way too much. It's absolutely ridiculous that we spend that much time talking about fast food. But Jason, obviously, we talk about basketball, clothes, girls. Girl, you are a girl. Yeah. And Brian, like my past roommate for the past years, I put up with him snoring all the time, but we still have a pretty good relationship. We love each other, obviously. But yeah, now that I'm standing right here, it's just absolutely unreal. Like, just to be like surrounded by all these people I love. And my parents obviously have been the biggest two people in this whole process, encouraging me throughout the whole time, telling me that one C here or there doesn't matter too much, which probably did, but they kind of turned the other cheek, which was nice. And like, just being there through the whole Boston Latin experience, I know I was a handful. I am sorry for that. All the homework I didn't do, I apologize. All the classes I skipped, I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. But yeah, in college, I was really just kind of staying out there to make you guys proud, and I'm just so thankful that you guys have been there throughout the whole process. I remember, like, when I was applying to Boston College, like that night where I was applying, I like missed the deadline for like the paper, and I was like, oh, like whatever, it's not meant to be. I was playing basketball of all things with some of these kids probably. But my mom was like, no, you have to submit it, email them, like you should just keep persevering, whatever, just email them, make sure like they know that you really want to go there. And sure enough, they were like, oh yeah, just submit the next day, no big deal. And so, but she never told me that, I probably would never meet all you guys. So very, very thankful for that. Thankful for everybody here. I feel like my girlfriend's really mad at me because I didn't shout her out enough, but I swear, like, you've been a big, big part of all my success. I'm like, everyone stare at her right now, make it feel really awkward. So yeah, we're into that, guys.
All right.